Okay, it is the moment of truth. This is the question I get asked more than probably any other question. I'm over here over in like a 7-figure business. You could be asking me about cross sells. You could be asking me about like quadrupling your traffic. You could be asking me about like scaling. Like there's so many things you could be asking me, but everybody wants to know, how do I get the iPad to show up? So you know what? That's what I'm going to show you how to do. So in case you're not sure what I'm talking about, there's this thing that I do where I can literally get my iPad to show up on the screen like this. And by the way, you'll have to excuse the background noise. I think there's end of the world apocalypse happening outside my house. I think they're like drilling or repairing something. I don't know, but I got things to do. I got to show you how to do this. So we're going to like ignore the background noise. People always want to know, how do I do this? And then when I draw, it shows. How do I do that? How cool is that? I'm going to teach you how to do that, okay? It's actually really easy. So I use Ecamm. I use Ecamm Live. You can use OBS if you are not on a Mac. You have to be on Ecamm for Macs, but you can use OBS if you're not on a Mac. And what I do is in Ecamm, let me share my screen here. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you the overlays, okay? So there is this option to add a new camera, and then that new camera, you can edit it and switch it to the iPad and then change the width to tall. Ta-da! And then when I draw on it, that'd be very cool if both of them did that. Ta-da! So that's how you do it. It is literally that simple. The only other thing I guess that you should know, let me X out of this and show my face. The only other thing that you should know is that, I don't know if it's necessary or not, but I always plug my iPad into my computer. So I actually think there's a way you can do it where like it's not plugged in, but I've always done it where I just plug my iPad into my Mac. It's that easy. It's this big secret that everybody wants to know, but it's really that easy. It's Ecamm, camera overlays, choose the iPad. It's so easy. And then every time you draw, it's just so cool because it's like, it looks super professionally edited, but it's all happening in live time. So I can literally like, you can watch me. Wait, what am I doing? I'm erasing. You can watch me draw at the same time. That's my secret. You guys think I have my shit together? I really don't. It's just Ecamm. It's Ecamm and the iPad. So now you know, it's super easy. If you want to make your videos look incredible, that's how. I think they look awesome. It comes across as so professional. Also, most of us are visual learners. And for me to be able to, be on my iPad and say, okay, there's 3 things that you need to do. And then there's step 1, and then there's step 2, and then there's step 3. And, we just kind of like visually explain concepts. That's so amazing to be able to do that. I think that's so important. So many of us are visual learners. I'm a really big visual learner. And so I'm also a visual teacher, I think, too. So it helps me teach better. And it also helps my students learn better. So big fan of the iPad. I bet you didn't realize it was this easy. It requires 0 editing. One last thing I really like about Ecamm that I forgot to mention in the other video, but that I really do like, is I really like how when you click finish the recording, it fades to black. So it just has that extra little bit of polish where I literally do not need to edit at all. You can also pause recordings. If you're like trying to pull up something and you forgot, you can pause it so it comes across as just a little bit more polished. Ecamm is how I create these amazing digital products with 0 editing required. Highly recommend. Now you know all my secrets.